Today in Luther's Kitchen, I'm making lemon sandwich cookies. And to begin with, I'm going to make a shortbread cookie. So for shortbread cookie dough, usually it's a lot of butter and a lot of sugar and not too much flour. So I'm going to cream together room temperature unsalted butter with granulated sugar. And I'm going to let that cream for about 5 to 7 minutes until the mixture is really light, white, and fluffy. I'm then going to scrape down the side of the bowl before adding in some flour that I have sifted just to lighten it up. There's no leavening agent in shortbread, so nothing's going to rise. I added some pure vanilla extract. I actually used vanilla bean paste, which is so cool because then you get to see all the little flecks of vanilla bean. And then I'm going to add in some lemon zest. I should have done it before I added the flour, but because I was making this singular batch of dough into 2 different flavors, I pulled half of this out and I made just a regular shortbread cookie dipped in chocolate. That's a different video. And then the rest of the dough, I wanted lemon flavored, so I added some zest, and you'll see me drop it in right about now. Once the zest is in, I want to mix this just until it's combined. I don't want to overmix because you don't want to end up with a tough cookie. Once the dough is ready to come out of the bowl, I put it in a piece of parchment paper so that it could chill for 2 hours in the refrigerator. You want to make a nice disc, use the parchment paper to wrap the dough, and park it in the fridge for 2 hours. As with any cookie dough that has just come out of the fridge from a 2-hour chill, the dough will be very firm at first. I like to roll this between 2 sheets of parchment paper. It just helps so the dough doesn't stick directly on the counter. And I need to soften the dough, so by the time you handle it with your hands and you use the rolling pin and you roll it out to about 1/4 of an inch thick, the dough will be much easier to work with. Once your dough is the desired thickness, about 1/4 of an inch thick, you want to begin punching out circles. I used a round biscuit cutter that was about 2.5 inches wide. And then to get all the circles off the paper, I used a bench scraper, greatest tool ever, to help me get those cute little discs off and onto a parchment-lined baking sheet pan. My oven is preheated to 350 degrees. These bake pretty quickly, so you have to be very careful to watch them. It took about 9 minutes until the edges just start to turn golden brown. While they bake, I'm making a quick lemon glaze by combining confectioner's sugar, some lemon zest, and fresh lemon juice, and I'm just getting that all whisked until there are no lumps in the glaze. Once the cookies are fully cooled, you want to take half of the cookies and you want to put about 1 teaspoon to 2 teaspoons amount of lemon curd on the bottom. Then you want to take the other half of the round circles, flip them upside down so that the smooth side is the top, and you want to sandwich the cookies. And on top of each sandwich, you want to apply the lemon glaze. It's really important that the cookies have fully cooled, otherwise the glaze will melt right off the tops of the cookies. Not only are these cookies so adorable, they are downright delicious. For this recipe and more, visit myclasscancook.com.